Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Ep.4 Kaiserreich as Polish-Lithuania. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, we were pretty powerful. We did defeat the Austrians. We annexed a decent chunk of territory. We got Hungary over here as our nice little puppet state. Germany has Czechia here in the north. And right now Russia is planning to do some expansionism, which seems to me like a problem. Expansionism, where is that in your tree? Seek some allies. I mean, you can't attack the German Empire quite yet. We still probably have a few years until that point, but we're still in a very difficult situation, to say the least. We don't need to be importing rubber right now, so we can stop that. And we do need to import some more steel, unfortunately, but hopefully we can just get that from one of our neighbors here. Thank you, Germany. Did I just try being for rubber? I was, but now I actually have no, I have 9 factories? Anti-partisans 5. Okay, there we go. I think it was just actually bugged out for a second. So anyway, Germany. We need to import some more steel. Steel is probably one of the most important resources. We'll get that going. And for our civilian factories, we have 3 available. And I'm looking at this like, Russia is scary. For sure. We can't just ignore them outright. Like, at some point, we will have to come, have a nice fight. I just don't know when exactly that's going to be. Because if we're at war with the French, we want to defeat the Internationale probably like as fast as we possibly can. We also need to still research ships, right? Or am I already starting to do that? No. Also, we can just like invade England on day 1 as well. It does give us a nice little boost. Okay, so we got our 2 armies integrated. We want to get rid of the overwhelming bureaucracy, because that was giving us a pretty bad penalty, right? Yeah, 5% consumer goods factories, and a little bit of political power. It would be nice to get that out of the way, so we can actually get some of these production companies and military staff hired. Okay. Yeah, do some Black Monday reforms. I mean, it does make Italy like a much more interesting situation. And by that, I mean the Italian Republic is now just kind of on its own. I don't believe there's any way for it to join up with the Germans. I'm pretty sure it also cannot join up with the Entente either. So I think it's just going to get completely absorbed. And it's going to make another front line kind of just like right on Austria's doorstep. Which is a problem for us, because that is going to be a front line with the Internationale that we don't really want. We have Switzerland as well. They're going down their government's failed tree. Hopefully, they will attack the French at some point, because that's what we want. We want a combined effort against the French. The Dutch, they do have elections this year, right? Unless they already had them. Trying to remember. Cabinet crisis. December 1937, Kerr Warwitzki, one of the most influential newspapers in Poland, published a number of articles accusing a few members of the current cabinet of stealing public funds. King Mendo III will surely use this opportunity to change the cabinet as he sees fit and gain more control. Yeah, let's replace the prime minister. We don't want to be losing too much stability, because our stability right now is already kind of in the toilet. Dave Cracker, what's that do? That gives us blueprints. You're both kind of the same. And diplomatic pressure, I don't really think does too much with what we're trying to do. So for now, you just kind of guard here. I mean, getting some information against the British as well probably would not be the worst idea. You know what? How about you build an intel network in London? At least for right now. See if maybe we can get some information about where British troop placements are. I know at I mean, what percentage do you need to be at to know like where troops are? Full information. I think at a certain point you actually kind of see their troops on the field. That might be wrong. Feel their manpower. At 80% you can see what they're researching. And 90% you can see fake units. Okay. So maybe you actually can't see exactly who's on the field, unfortunately. Doing text, okay. I mean, what researches the AI is researching doesn't really concern me too much. Like, I'm not too worried about that. But in 4 days, our interwar artillery is going to be done. Once our interwar artillery is going to be done, we will get our transport ships ready to go. The federal government's collapsed. Not a huge surprise. Oh, how much longer? We got tomorrow. Okay. The interwar artillery is finished. Let's now go for our transport ships. I mean, we still definitely have time. Probably have like a year and a half-ish. Until the war actually begins. I mean, France can, I believe, start it a little bit early. But I don't believe they will. And who is Germany supports the Kingdom of Spain? I could send troops down there to try to secure positions in either Spain or send troops to the United States. Try to secure the American Union States position, but we'll see. I'm hoping that the Canadians will just invade the CSA themselves as well. Take some pressure off the American Union States. And then crush the Syndicalist. The American Union State will actually join the Reichspakt. Or they're the one faction that actually would. Yeah, I think if you enter the fray, you can join up with Germany. And of course, that would help us out against the Internationale, but I don't think... we just don't want the CSA to win. And America entering the war against us doesn't improve our odds. And naturally, we want things to go as well as possible for us. So it is 1937. You know, 1939 techs. Let's go for some heavy tanks. No, let's go for light tanks. Let's get our way up to some decent mediums. Is there actually a way for us to get another research slot? I'm like pretty sure there is. Yeah, there's one down here, gets up to 4. But I think that's about it. Research. I know there's one over here as well. So there are 2. If I just do like research slot like that. Yeah, so it looks like there are 2 in our factory. So we can get up to 5. Which is pretty good. It's going to take us a while to kind of get our way down here. I mean, we can just focus our way straight through. Once we get rid of our bureaucracy problems, we can just, 2% recruit population is also nice. Good factories going down. Okay. I think as soon as you're done, get these factories up as well, because that is a decent amount of factories, right? We're looking at 5 military, and I'm assuming probably also 5 civilian. Yeah, that's it. That's a lot of factories, a lot of industry we can get. So I think we're gonna go for this rail, military build up, wartime factories, get the research slot upgraded. And you need the international railways. And the efficiency cap's also like really good. The Black Monday effect. Still isn't even that bad, to be completely honest. Like, even like a 50% construction speed, like, it sucks. Right now, it's actually only a negative 18% because of all the other nice modifiers we have. So, like, as soon as we get our plus 25, we will still technically be faster than default. Which I'll admit isn't, like, you know, super crazy or anything, but it's still not, it's not nothing. Decent. It's okay enough that I think we can kind of just ignore it. Actually, we might have to infiltrate the military in order to actually see where unit placement is. That'd be really important to know what port we actually want to enter England from. Like Germany, I know your navy isn't like splendid. I mean, it's 361 ships. You have actually probably more ships than the British do. Right now we know 43%. %, we know more specifically what kind of boats they actually have. Okay. Let's go for the rail gauges. Let's get our military factories up and running. You can just be... Go here, please, and thank you. Chief of Staff, we want somebody... I mean, right now we're mostly just infantry, right? We're a pure infantry army. We want to get a Chief of Staff who at least kind of plays into that for now. Organization recovery rate, the good population is always nice, but since we are a small country, just being able to get more men is going to be important. I mean, I know I can just start to hire up some Hungarian divisions. Just delete all these templates we're not using, please and thank you. Keep these ones open for now. How many artillery pieces do we have? 500? I mean, so we can probably replace... How many of these do we have? We have 3 of them. You 3. Upgrade to the better units. Once I have the artillery pieces, and then we can delete this army for here. I should have deleted the military police division, to be completely honest, but I'm sure that's fine. Like, how is resistance here? But 20% compliance. Resistance strength, it still kind of sucks, but it could be a lot worse. Like, our spies right now are doing a pretty decent job. Minus 150% in these regions. So everything in our newly conquered territory should remain fairly secure for now. So I'm not sweating it too much. 21 days until you're ready to go. I mean, I'm hoping there's nobody just in this port. Do I know how many men the British have? 19 to 62 divisions is a bit much. If I have more than 70%, I have full information, but I don't think that's very likely right now. From allies, Syndicus plus 10%. Well, what's my spy doing in this territory? I mean, I would like to... We could infiltrate the army. 3 more days until we have infiltrated the French civilian administration. Which seems pretty good. I'm hoping the Baltic Duchy... You should be able to secure this area well enough. 7 divisions. Can I even join your war? You would not accept. That's fine, I guess. I mean, I could easily help you out and make sure you definitely win. But if you don't want the help, you know, I can't force it upon you. Unfortunately, I would if I could. Because otherwise, that would have just been an entire region that Russia could just easily annex. If they so choose to. Let's get Grand Battle Plan. Yes, we've completed the infiltration. If the country avoided the enemy counterintelligence. Okay, blended with civilians. Okay, I mean, this seems pretty good. I'm assuming we have like a lot of information here now. Syndicalist, yeah, free trade's plus 40%. From operations, that's only gives us a 10% boost. Okay, it's not as impressive as I had originally anticipated. But you know, let's infiltrate the army now. With, who could we send? Well, you guys are just at home now, so you might as well send you forward. So we'll send you, and we'll send you. Commence when ready. It'll take us, completed in March 30th. Okay. Is fine. The 2 operatives, Air Force, Navy. The other stuff doesn't really matter, I think, too much. So, France, what do we know about your economy right now? Essentially everything, right? Like, the only thing we're missing out on is knowing convoy route, like what their convoys are doing. But I think that's kind of okay. Like, we're not at war with them, so that's not important. We do know that they're not really focusing on our Air Force too much. Most of their factories are being used in, civilian. Or not civilian, in basic equipment. Not a lot of armor production as well. Decent amount of dockyards, a decent amount of factories. A lot of civilian though. They haven't really gone super into super militarized yet. I think that seems fine. Again, what I really want to know is I want to know about the British. I want to see what the Brits are doing. If we're going to be naval invading them, and they're going to be our main attack point, we should know what their plan is. For obvious reasons. Okay, the Baltic Duchy should hopefully be doing some good stuff. Portugal joining the Entente. Not too concerned about that. I don't even worry about the ships, right? Like, I don't have a navy. I'm never going to have a navy at this point, so not even worth thinking about. Let's get military police, because we probably do want some of those in this region. Oppression's 0.5 worse. But it would be cheap. Like, how much less oppression do they have? So maybe like half of these guys militia then. It's only down 2.5. You know what? It's actually not too bad. We'll save that in all of our regions that we're actually occupying right now. Switch it with militia template 1, please and thank you, and then we'll put in the military police afterwards. As well as we can also put in those armored cars. I believe they also help with suppression. And that's probably going to be important once we actually invade Britain and all that. Ireland, what is your plan, by the way? You haven't done anything. You're sending troops to the Carlist, so there's a chance that you're going to be joining up with the Entente. Which, of course, is not really what we're looking for. Okay, Middle Africa did take over all of Mozambique. I mean, is there actually any resources in these territories? I don't believe so, right? The answer is no. So you might as well push, honestly, to take both colonies, but what do I know? The answer is not much. We do need a little bit more steel. Why am I not? Hungary, you have a ton of steel. I should be trading with you and not anybody else. Germany, I don't want your factories anymore. Thank you very much. We should be good on steel, essentially like forever. And we can also Hungary, terrible, awful. What are these templates? I guess we'll duplicate this one. Throw in an extra infantry. Throw in the support artillery. Hungarian colonial template. Colonial template are used by will use their parents' troops, depending on the autonomy level. So did I not get Hungary's manpower out of this? I don't think so. Let's just delete this. It doesn't do anything for us. Like, does Hungary even have any troops? No, they have no divisions. What are you doing? Like, you have a decent amount of factories too, right? You have 5 factories. Okay, you know, maybe I was overestimating the industrial powerhouse that is Hungary. And thought maybe they'd be a little bit better. I know Serbia, like, you guys can attack. Like, you can attack us. Theoretically. I don't know if they will or not. And I'm not too worried about Romania and Serbia. Against Germany, I'm pretty sure we'd win pretty easily. And we're also going to see right now if Ukraine is actually going to stay syndicalist or not. So if they switch to syndicalism, they could lead the Reichspakt. But Germany might also invade them. I'm hoping Germany invades. But I mean, that's entirely my border. How many troops do you have, Ukraine? You have 36 divisions. It's not a ton, but it's not nothing either. Also, I can start putting my troops on this invasion order. So let's get that ready to go. How much longer until I am able to do my 64 days until the infiltration's done. These guys are doing whatever they're doing extremely well. Look how fast those arrows are going by. They know how to do their job. For sure, for sure. Also do some more stuff. Chief of Army, Organization, Supply Consumption, Defense. Not really what I'm looking for right now. Organization's always good. You know, there's not a new infantry weapons soon. Soft attack breakthrough going up for the artillery. I'll get these guys in charge. We're gonna be getting a new rifle very, very soon. It might actually be one of our next technologies. And the Baltic Duchy has at least won their war up in the north as well, so that's nice. Thank you very much, United Baltic Duchy, for helping us out. So, 50 days until... We've got 2 more military factories. What are we actually building right now? It's mostly infantry equipment. Let's cut down 2 on you. 1 more into our artillery division. We are going to need to import a little bit of rubber from Germany, East Asia, but that is okay. We only have 32 convoys. What I should do, I don't have any ports. Really, there's no naval base here? Let's at least build 1 naval dockyard in our entire country. Just to slowly start producing convoys. We will need to have at least a handful in order to make international trades. But I think this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. Myself, Anthem. If you enjoyed, my thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, click thumbs down. Want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.